Hello, Libra. Welcome to this space. We're still in the month of October. Welcome to the Scorpio new moon. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to have to change this light because the sun's gone down. Well, actually, no, the sun hasn't gone down completely. It's a little bit gloomy outside. And, okay, that might be better. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Libra. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Libra, sun, moon, and rising signs for the Scorpio new moon. Let's see what my ancestors have to say to you guys. We're actually going to go ahead and roll a die. And then towards the end of your reading, we will pull some buttons with symbols on them. Okay? I'm going to see what they have to say. Libra, this is for, yes, the sun, moon, and rising signs of Libra, but please check your moon and or rising placements for deeper resonance. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. I am reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts. Okay? So bear that in mind. So let's go ahead and see what my ancestors have to say, Libra, for this Scorpio new moon message to you guys, for those born under the constellation of Libra, for the Scorpio new moon, the 21st of October. I can't remember who else got this. You got the anchor. I think it was Scorpio. Okay. So maybe Scorpio has a message for you guys, whether you have Scorpio in your chart or not. Scorpio might have a message for you that, but obviously the moon is in Scorpio, so duh. Or it will be in Scorpio when it hits the new moon phase. All right, you guys, for Libra, sun, moon, and rising signs ancestors for this Scorpio new moon message to them. Let's see here. So what I'm seeing here, Libra, with the anchor, I'm getting for you guys to not get carried away. Don't let your emotions or anything that may trigger your emotions cause you to float and to go adrift. Because at that point, you just end up somewhere that you don't even recognize, or you end up lost, stranded. Anchor yourself, ground yourself, just like I was telling Scorpio when they got this roll of the die. You know, water represents emotions, the spirit realm, but it also represents dreams. The goals and aspirations, the opportunities that you seek. Water represents that field of play for wishes to be made and for them to also come true, right? However, beneath all of that water, beneath every goal, beneath every opportunity, there is earth, there's ground. This anchor is your ticket to safety. Okay, you drop that anchor and keeps you from floating away. Right? That anchor is what will ground you. Okay. Wherever you're headed, there comes a point where you need to stop and ponder. There comes a point where you need to stop and care for what is in front of you, what is before you now. As you move towards the future and what is ahead of you, you need to, along the way, stop, check in, and nurture what is in front of you, what is inside of you. Because if you don't, you've missed the plot. You've missed the whole point. Because by the time you get to what's out there ahead of you, you're not really going to know what to do with it. You're not really going to understand how to embrace it, because you don't understand how to embrace what's inside of you and what's going on inside of you and what's in front of you. We have people nowadays where you, this is a funny, I don't know if it's a funny example, but it's an example that just popped into my head. You have so many people nowadays, Libra, they'll only have a phone for about 2 years. And they're ready for the next new best thing, the new phone. Okay, but then you have people who have had their cell phones for 5, 6, 7 years until it breaks, until it just doesn't work anymore. Because if it's not broke, why try to get another one? You have some people, when things get bad, they're immediately trying to find what can soothe that pain, what can, soothe their fear, instead of just sitting with it and being like, I'm scared. I'm not having a good day. I'm not having a good time. This too shall pass, Libra. Everything passes at some point, including us. We too shall pass one day. So if goodness and life is temporary, so is death and destruction. It's only temporary. It's all temporary. But the only thing that really is eternal is your soul. So why focus on something that is not, it doesn't even exist yet? Your goals, your aspirations is in your future. What is going on right now? That's the question. Who is in front of you now? Friends, family? If there are enemies in your midst, deal with that now. That's what you should deal with now. Yeah. You have drowning, card number 36. It says fighting a costly affliction's weight. Fighting a costly affliction's weight. There's no fighting this, Libra. If you're sick, or if there are those of you that are trying to control the waves of the ocean, you're not going to win. You have to look at your circumstances in the current moment and realize, is there anything that I can do about it right now? If the answer is no, what could you be doing instead of worrying about that? If you need to get it off your chest, you need to talk to someone about it. Talk to someone about it. If you need to cry about it, cry about it. If you need to jog it off, wash it off, whatever, do it. Because the next card that showed itself was the Bird Watcher. Spotting a seeker's happiness. That's the future, right? When you see something, you got your binoculars on like this individual. And you're just like, oh, I see it. I know that I know that what I'm doing is right, is within my reach, right? And then you feel like, oh, I really need to rush to go get this, right? It's almost like, for example, another example, horses. I used to care for a friend of mine's horses, and I used to take them out and ride them and exercise them, right? But the prize for them was going back to the stable. They didn't want to be ridden. They didn't want to have a saddle on them, nothing, right? They just wanted to stay in their stable. And so on the way back to the stable, they're rushing to the stable, right? It's kind of like that. It's like they'll take their time roaming around, doing what they need to do, but then when they see their goal in sight, they're immediately taking off for that, right? They're not listening to any reasoning. They're not listening to anything. They just want to get to where they want to get to. When you smell that happiness and that freedom or that liberation, whatever it is that you can smell and you can see it, you can taste it, it's like this high, and you're just like, I got to get there. But instead of rushing to it, just sit with it and ponder it and say, okay, it's right there, it's within reach. But I can't get to it right now because I have this to take care of, right? Don't drown in the process. Don't drown in the future. The future is not here yet. Don't allow your worries and your fears to weigh you down, because you will drown in those waters. There is no fighting that. You can probably prolong it, but there's no fighting it. There's no winning that. So when you spot something that you want, don't go rushing towards it, Libra, unless it's right in front of you. If it's either being handed to you or you can purchase it right then and there and it's right in front of you, enjoy that. But if it's far out there and you got to put binoculars on to see it, you got to find the path to it first, right? Slow down. Slow and steady. It's not a race. It's not a race. It's not a tournament. It's your path. What is meant for you on your soul's journey is meant for you. If it was meant for somebody else, then they would, that would be their journey, not yours. And if there are people who are meant to share this goal and this reward with you, they need to be on the same path as you, going through the same challenges, growing with you, uplifting you as much as you're uplifting them. Do you know what I mean? If it was meant for somebody else, it would be given to somebody else. You would just be skipped over because it belongs to them. But when it belongs to you, it belongs to you. It's not a race. Okay? So whatever it is that you're like, I really just want this. I really want to get this off the ground. I really want to get these answers. I really want to win. I want to blah, 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 blah. Slow down. Slow down. What you don't see in your future is exactly what you have been praying for. What you don't see happening is probably more than what you prayed for. But you're drowning. So what happens when somebody's drowning? You have to keep them from drowning. You need to lift them up out of that water so they don't drown. So you don't have time to do A, B, C, or D. No, you need to stop drowning first. Or I got to sign these papers. I got to do this. I got to do that. I have to go. No, you're drowning. If you're drowning in your emotions, if you're drowning in, I don't know, debt, but I feel like it's more emotions. But there's something here where you are drowning. You're hurting yourself, Libra. You're too obsessed about something and you're doing too much towards this obsession. There is nothing more important than pulling you out of that water and teaching you how to swim, pulling you out of that water and getting you to a place where you can be grounded and safe. Doesn't matter what your circumstances are, you know. You may feel like, well, I need the money, or I need this, I need that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you might need, but Spirit always tells us to not even worry about what's going on outside of you. Fix what's going on inside of you. The rest will figure itself out. I believe that wholeheartedly. Right? All right, let's keep pulling some cards, you guys. If you're drowning, there's no what if. Well, what if this, what if that? Who cares? Let's stop drowning. Let's get ourselves out of this mindset that is actually hurting us and hindering us from this happiness. Because if you keep on obsessing over whatever you're obsessing with, if you don't ground yourself, if you don't silence yourself and you don't calm yourself and do something in the present moment that's going to make you feel happy, even if it's not what you want that you see in the future. Like what you see in your future could be, for example, $10,000. But in the present moment, you may only have about $100. You may have only $50. And you can use that to go get yourself a nice little treat. Take yourself out. Maybe it's a friend or a family member or a significant other taking you out with their money. It's not that $10,000, but in the present time, it's something. When you plant a seed, you cannot expect the full bush or tree tomorrow. That's not how it works. It's not how life works, right? Miracles happen every day. Look at that. Every day. Every day. The hair growing out of your head. Right? You breathing every single, like every day, constantly. While you're sleeping, when you're awake. Like, that is a miracle. Focus on little things like that. Money going into your bank account. That's also a miracle, because you got people that don't even have that. Food. Being able to eat food. Having friends and family that care about you. Focus on those things. Love is a miracle. Right? Guidance, advice, encouragement. Miracles happen every day. But when you're focused on the one day way ahead of you, then you're not focused on the everyday. So therefore, you cannot nurture the day by day because you're too busy trying to get to the one day where you can nurture that. It's like, no, nurture what's in front of you. You know, that's important. Oh, sorry guys. Put this on. Bottom of the deck, I forgot. Nature nurtures, grounds, and calms your soul. Go outside, y'all. Go outside. Something told me to look at the bottom of the deck. Go outside. You want to ground yourself? Go touch some grass. Go sit on a tree. Go sit by a tree. Go outside. Go to the beach. Smell some fresh air. Because whatever is happening within this circumstance, whatever's bothering you, whatever you feel like, I just want to get there, you're going to get there. But don't focus on that. It's all the way out there. Or maybe it's right within your reach, but it's still ahead of you. It's not in front of you. It's not in your present moment right now. Right? Go outside. Let's see here. Ancestors for Libra. Sun, moon, and rising signs for this Scorpio. Scorpio new moon. Also, new moons are not, that's not the time to try to make things happen anyway. That's a time to stay in the dark. It's a time to be cozy. It's a time to rest. It's a time to cleanse your energy, to make way for the full moon energy that comes after, right? Yeah, you got Scorpio again. You got, okay, some of you guys, Y'all got Scorpio in your chart somewhere. But others of you, go watch Scorpio's reading, whether you have Scorpio in your chart or not. They may have something in store, something that they want to tell you. But this Scorpio moon, it is directly speaking to you right now. Pray more. Every single aspect of your life has a high and a low. Not everything is just good and just bad, right? Take control of what is in front of you. What you can control, control it. What you can't, let it go. And you cannot control the future. You can only control the present towards the future, right? There's some sacrifices that you've made along the way. Maybe there's a couple more to be made. There is a need, if it's not sacrifices, I mean, it's like sacrificing, but purification, purging yourself. Some of you guys may need to change your diet or just stop eating something. Maybe you guys need to fast, get into fasting. It's a very powerful time for you. And if you've been feeling like you've been going through the fire, Libra, that's okay. We all have to at some point. I know I did last year, and I never saw it coming. I did not think that my ancestors were sitting there saying, yep, someone can take care of this. And it sucked. But my ancestors said, nope, you're in charge. You're doing this. You're going to see the truth of the matter, and you're going to be right, sit right front and center. It sucked, but guess what? You guys can do this, Libra. You guys can do this. Sometimes your ancestors or your deities or your creator is like, Libra, sit right. That, to me, that's an honor, right? When your teacher is like, hey, come and do this, or hey, let me show you this, or sit right here. When your teacher or your instructor gives you front row center seat to a lesson, take it. When you have somebody who is personally willing, like a personal trainer or someone who's like, hey, when you have a really great teacher who picks you out and says, I want to teach you this, that's the best seat in the house, y'all. The seat that makes you break a sweat, that's the best seat. So if you feel like you've just kind of been front row and center to the, to the fire pit, so to speak, it doesn't feel good. But when you look back on it, just like I look back at my circumstances a year ago, I'm like, ooh, man, I did not know that I had it in me. I did not know how much this was going to grow me as a person. And it grew me. It took someone very close to me and very dear to me dying. And me having to step forward and bury them and to plan their affairs, everything. Worst thing that I felt could have possibly happened. But it happened. And I thought that maybe there's somebody else who can step forward and take care of this. I don't think I'm good enough for this. But my family, this is a grandparent. They said, I want someone to take care of this. I want you to take care of this. And I'm like, how? How am I supposed to do this? I'm not prepared for this. But clearly my ancestors felt that I was, right? You may not realize, Libra, that your ancestors, your creator, are just like, you're ready for this. And even if you're not ready for it, you will figure it out and you will grow from it. So step up to the plate. Step up to the plate and understand that what is meant for you is already waiting for you, Libra. I don't think my ancestors want to give you guys any cards from this. So we're going to pull some tarot really quickly. I'm going to pull a couple of tarot, and then we're going to pull a button with a couple symbols on them that will close your reading. All right, Libra. This is your time to kind of go through the fire. And if you've already gone through the fire and you're kind of looking back on it like it's just a setback and you're like, why did this happen to me? Because it's your time to shine. It's your time to have a story to tell and to be able to encourage people who go through the same thing. That sometimes we go through things so that other people, when they meet that fire pit of challenges, we have some type of guidance to give them. We can guide them. We don't go through those things just for nothing. Sometimes we're meant to help other people who meet those same challenges that we've gone through, right? That's important. Tower moment. You guys do not see the changes that are on the way, y'all. It's going to be beautiful changes. Beautiful changes. You're not even going to see this. Going to come out of left field and you're like, huh? Yeah, because you kind of been stuck a little bit. You got the 7 of Cups. You've been a little bit stuck. Trying to figure out, what do I choose? What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. I want to, you know, you might want to jump here and jump there, but it's like, nope. The Tower is forcing you to stay and to face it. You are being watched by your ancestors. You are being watched by the divine. And they're saying, nope, Libra, this is your time. This is your time. You're not running away from this. Because it's just going to come and meet you later on in life if you don't learn it now. But your happiness is right around the corner once you face this. Once you deal with the uncomfortable. Even if you get put in the hot seat a couple times. It's like, even if you cry about it and feel stupid or embarrassed, even if you feel like a failure. 7 of Pentacles. You got 2 7s here. Don't hide from the opportunity, Libra. Step up to the opportunity. Because Scorpio has no problem stepping up to the opportunity, even if the opportunity seems a little bit bleak at first, right? Let's go ahead and pull some buttons for you guys for Libra. Oop. Okay, you have I love you. I think Pisces got this one, 8-8. So some of you guys actually need to start sending out thank you or I love you text messages to people. Others of you, you may have some people during this new moon who will remind you, like, you're loved, Libra. Don't forget that. You're an amazing person. Some of you guys might be female. Maybe the conflict that you might be dealing with may involve a female, but female energy is going to be very beneficial for you as far as healing. You also have the boot. So there is something that is being booted out of your life, a certain pattern of thinking, right? And then we have heart in hand. So yeah, protect your heart. Be gentle with your heart. Okay, be careful who you trust with your heart. Okay, and be kind to yourself. And then we have the feather. That's that air energy. That's you. Okay. Work with the air element, and also be light as a feather. Be light as a feather. You don't let your worries weigh you down and cause you to drown, right? And then we have like a stick shift. Shifting gears. Right? Making some changes. Changing how you maneuver and navigate these circumstances in your life, and finding happiness in every single day as you move through these experiences that test you. Okay, that's what the new moon has for you guys. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy. I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye guys.